As I have said, this is a social media training. It's gonna be presented by me. I'm gonna be sharing with you some tips. The purpose of this session is to help you deliver what you want to deliver to your prospects, to your customers, even in time. In times when you feel like what I'm posting, it's not working for me, it's not working for my social media. I'm gonna be giving you some tips that works for me. Thank you so much also again for making this time to be here. The training is about showing you how to use the social media simply and consistently, helping you to grow your business, helping you to do what you need to do, and not to be perfect, or you have to be experienced, but you just need to be willing to show up. By the end of this session, I hope that you will be able to understand what I'm talking about. And the small daily actions that build confidence and growth, they are the ones that gives us also results. The purpose of this training, as you can see on the slide, is to build confidence using social media for business, learning simple duplicatable strategies, turn online conversations into sale and recruit. I'm gonna I'm gonna start with sharing that with me, social media wasn't something that I was fond of or I was good at. I want everyone to understand that I didn't understand the social media until I started in this business. As most of us, we are in this business, but we have no idea how to do the social media. So this is the purpose of this training, to help you build the confidence for your social media for your business. I started to learn kancane, bit by bit, when I started in this business, because I wanted to learn how to do this business. And as we all know, this is a stay-at-home, is a home-based business, which means everything you do it on your phone. So you had to learn how to use your phone, how to talk to customers on your phone, and how to also talk to prospects on your phone. Today, I just want you to understand how social media supports our business, especially what to post without any stress, and how to attract people instead of chasing them. Because sometimes we post things that we think it's right, but the person who's reading it, they don't feel the way we felt when we were posting it. So it gives out the wrong idea, or it brings out the wrong message to our customers and our prospects. The first thing that you need to know is the mindset. As I said here, the outcomes of this is to understand how social media supports our business. Your mindset also have to understand that you need to know what to post, when to post it, and why. You can't just be posting anything anytime because you feel like you need to post things. We need to learn to use social media to sell products and invite to the business, not just to use social media to just get likes. Because when you're doing e-business with e-social media, you don't get a lot of likes. Sometimes you don't get likes at all, which is very sometimes stressful, and you feel demotivated because you don't get any likes or even any comments. So you feel like you need to post something which everyone likes. But with business, you just have to forget about what people like, and just learn to appreciate what you're posting. Even though you don't get any likes, people are watching, people are also learning from you. We also learn to attract, not chase, which is very important. We don't need to seem like we are begging people to join. We don't need like to seem like we are begging people to buy our products. We just need to show them that we are selling, we are living in the life of a network marketer, business owner, a forever business owner, and we are doing great in what we're doing. When they want to join, they see what you're doing and also would like to also experience what you are also experiencing in the way that you are posting and the way that you are sharing your achievements and everything about your business. Our mindset, as I've said before, it's a very important tool in the business of a network marketer. When you are in network marketing, your mindset also has to change from being just a socialite, from just wanting people to like you, wanting people to just comment on your post, share your post. You need to be able to change your mindset and say, I am an independent business owner. I am doing the marketing for myself. I am sharing my post. I am the one who's posting everything, whether people like it or people comment, I am still going to do it. Most people don't fall on social media, don't fail on social media because they're not good enough. No, there's no one who's good enough in social media. There's no one who's not good enough. We are all equal. Everyone does their own their thing. Most people just fail to use the social media for business because we tend to compare ourselves with other people. We compare, I can compare myself with another business owner. I can compare myself with someone else who's doing better in the business and want to copy them. I compare myself with someone who's getting more likes, who's also getting more comments and also getting more followers than I am. And I just overthink things and start to do things that are not in me. When in social media, you just need to be consistent and always just be yourself. You don't need to beat anyone. You don't need to be like anyone. You just need to be yourself. People don't trust a perfect page on social media. They don't want to see perfect. They just want to see you. As we have said many times, in network marketing, people don't join you forever, they join you. So they need to see who you are so they can trust you, so they can be able to see the real you, which is why I say consistency beats imperfection. When you are consistent in what you're doing, people tend to enjoy what you're doing and they tend to take a note, and every time you post, they recognize you, they recognize your name because they have seen you posting different posts a lot of times and posting things about yourself which they enjoy seeing, and people buy from people they trust. You can't be sending a 1,000 rand to someone you don't trust. You need to be following that person. You need to have an idea who that person is. That's why we say be yourself, don't copy anyone else, because that's the worst thing you can do for your business. It's copying what other people are doing. When you copy someone else doing their life, living their life, posting their life, and you also try to do the same while that is not who you are, that's how you lose people. That's how you lose your focus on what you need to do for your business. Platforms to focus on is Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Those are very important platforms that you need to focus on, because on Facebook we sell on Facebook. We post on our profile of our pages, even our stories where we share our products. On Instagram, we don't normally share our products on Instagram. We just post our lives, our realities, and we post stories there. WhatsApp, it's very personal for everyone. When someone is on your WhatsApp, then that someone is personal, it gets on your personal space. So that's how they get to know you. Your customers get to understand who you are by seeing your WhatsApp status, by understanding but understanding what you post. You don't need to be on every platform. You just need to have one platform and master it and do it well. Do it better than the other ones. You need to also find the one that works for you. Don't just focus on Facebook because everyone is doing Facebook. You need to find the one that works for you, that works for your business, and focus on that. You just need to understand that WhatsApp then becomes your relationship and follow-up tool. You can't be doing follow-up on Instagram and Facebook. You need to take their numbers and take them to WhatsApp and then talk to them on a personal level than you would have on DMs. So you need to just build your personal brand when you are on WhatsApp. That's where people get to know personally who you are. Your personal brand is what people get to engage with. It's what people get to understand, and they get to learn about you, about who you are, and how you run your business. That's what people like and get attracted, because they like what you're posting on your personal, what you're focusing on, what your preferences are. What people should know about you is your lifestyle, your values, your journey, and your solutions. Your lifestyle is what you normally do on a daily basis, how you live your life, and your values, what you believe on, because we all have different values. People need to know that this person relates to me, relates to my values, so I can connect with them. Every time I talk about this kind of situation, they understand me. Your journey is who you are, it's your story. It's what makes you connect with other people. They also need to know that, because when you are a single mother, talking to single mothers, you need to let them know that you are also a single mother. You connect with them on a personal level. You understand their situations. Your solutions, it's how you got through. It's how you go through your challenges. It's how you have grown, and what has made you grow through all the challenges you have faced in your life. So people need to know what you did to get over what you went through, because we all have stories to tell. We all have journeys that we went through, and all of those journeys we got to go through challenges. Those challenges they had solutions. The solutions is what you are going to share with other people. You're going to let them know that this worked for me. As it worked for me, it can also work for you. So remember, you are a brand before the product, which is also very important, because before people buy products, they buy into people. Your page should reflect who you are on your Facebook, on your WhatsApp. But people should just when they are opening your page, they just understand who you are, what you value, and how you are growing. Your journey is enough. You don't need to look like anyone else. People just relate to your story. The right people will come to you relating to you. You don't need to be something else. What to post is to keep things simple. We create what we want people to see, not we create. I'm trying to find the right word. We try to make people see what we want them to see on social media. which is also good, is something you are comfortable with. But we rotate between a lifestyle, education, stories, proof of the product or the business, how it works, and also invitations. So anything you post, you need to be able to have people connecting with it. When you're posting about your lifestyle, it's when you're posting about a life, your family, and everything behind the scenes. Maybe you're packaging a product, maybe you are trying a new product. You still need people to connect with that, to see that you are also you are also using the product, you are also sending packages to your customers. In education, it's when you do e-product training, you share some tips, a few tips or information about the products that you have. So people just appreciate you sharing the information that you know, and it keeps people wanting more of what you're doing. We always try to make things perfect, while most people don't want to see perfect. They just want to see you. It's as a personal story. It's what it's important, because when you're asking someone else to join, they also have a personal story which they like to share with you, but they need to hear your story first, so they can be able to feel comfortable and share with you, so you can able to grow with them and work with them. When they tell you your story, that's how you get to connect and show them how to also grow from those challenges they're facing, how to also be part of the growth. Always have a call to action when you post things, and to keep people engaged. When you want to engage your followers, you want to engage your customers, you maybe share about a product for them to ask about that product, or you post aloe vera gel, and you tell them, ask any question you may have about aloe vera gel. Then that's how you get your customers or your prospect to engage with you and also share with you on a personal level. We have a 3-1-1 posting method, which for me it works great, as I am posting often on Facebook. I use this method. It protects me from spinning around, being everywhere on my social media. This one gives value and show of life. Then you also invite. That's how you do the 3-3-1 posting method. That's when you post the 3 value post, what you value or what you think is important for you and you want people to know about. And you also post 3 lifestyle or personal posts that you want to share with other people. When sharing those posts, you also get to share one business or invitation post. Maybe you're having a presentation or you're having an online session. That's when you share about the business, or you share about a training you may have, something about the business, or maybe you're sharing how someone has achieved something on your team. It's also about the business. You keeping things balanced, and you making your page look seem relatable to other people, because those who appreciate your values and those who appreciate your lifestyle and personal posts, they look through your page and will find your business post, which they may also connect with them. We're not inviting one type of people on our social media. We're inviting everyone, and we're making sure that everyone feels comfortable when going through our social media pages, because you can't be just attracting the same people that you are feeling comfortable with. You also need to attract other people, because it's network marketing. You going further than you have thought. You interacting with people you never thought to be interacting with them. That's why we call it a personal growth. And your storytelling sells. It sells a lot because that's how you get more followers from your social media, which can also turn into customers or prospects. You need to you post the before, which is the problem of what was wrong before you used that product, or your life before you joined this business. You need to post it during, which is how everything has changed since I've started using this product, or how my life has changed since I've started this business. Because people are interested on learning how was your life before. Because now we see you, you're doing great. We see you now, you are sharing how you make money or how you interact with people or how your personal growth is, but we are not sure if your life before starting this business was the same as it is now, or maybe it was like I am now as I'm watching your page. So I can be able to relate with you, because when I see you have started here and now you are there, it gives me hope that I can also, it's possible for me to also, as I am now, to be there where you are. So you just need to give them hope that I started as this person and now I am as you can see now. You need to also show results. People are very interested on the results of what you are doing, whether it's a business or it's using a product. They are very interested and hungry to see how it's all working for you, how it's all positively changing your life. And a very important key also, engagement. It's so important. You can't be sitting and just sharing posts and just sharing products and sharing information without connecting with those people who are with you, who are liking your post, or maybe who are going through your pages. They also need to feel like you are interacting with them. They also need to see you interact with other people, which is very important for them to understand that no, this person I can trust. She's not just sharing what she's sharing and wanting people to join and wanting people to buy, but not engaging with other people. Engagement is very important. Sorry, engagement is very important. You need to have time to like other people's posts and also comment on other people's posts. Don't just scroll. You like and comment what you like, any post that you see and you may like. You just react on that post. And when you see that I can give a comment on this post, you also give a great comment, a good motivational comment on the post, but without saying anything about e business or without saying anything about our products. You just comment on specifically on that post so people can connect with you on another level. And remember to reply on your DMs, because when we do our post, we say DM me. Remember to also check your DMs and reply on them. And people appreciate when you reply quicker on your DMs than taking some time. So just a few times a day, go to your DMs and check if maybe you have missed a message. Even from your comments, go back to your post and see maybe you have missed anything from maybe someone commented on your post and you missed them, and you should have just replied on that comment. Another important point is to start conversations. Don't just pitch immediately, but you can just say, hi, how are you? I just like the way you I saw your picture wearing a red dress. I love that. Something that will complement. Don't always jump into I am doing it forever. Can I share with you how I make money? No, you just need to interact with that person on a personal level. Once you interact with them on a personal level, when they reply, and you have a good conversation without telling them about the business or any product, they will go to your profile and try to understand who this person is. That's when they will see that you are living the life of a forever business owner, and maybe they might be interested. They will come to you and engage with you and ask you about forever. That's how you undercover pitch, if I may say, you undercover pitch the business to other people without just being too forward or too irritating, because most people can find it really irritating for you when they're trying to have a normal conversation and you're talking about things that they're not interested at that moment. We learn to turn engagement into sales, which is sometimes very hard for us to do when we are so in a hurry to make a sale. We still need to engage before we sell the product to other people. The first thing we need to do is build connections. We build connections on social media, on our social pages, for people to connect with us and feel like they know us before we turn them into sales. We also have to identify a need. Identify a need as we have learned in our business that we are problem solvers. We identify the need and we come with a solution which we recommend. You don't just come in and say, "You girl, I see your face. So many black spots, or so. I have something that will happen." No, you just connect with that person on a personal level before you tell them that you have something like this that will help them. Identifying a need, that's when you softly recommend the thing that you have for to help them with their skin problem, and you recommend which you think will help them, instead of just jumping into that person's face and telling them what's wrong with them and how you're gonna fix it. It's really not attractive. It doesn't help anyone. I'm also going to share about inviting people to the business after building a connection and after replying to your messages, after commenting to their statuses. A simple invitation formula, which I usually do, is a compliment. A compliment goes a long way. People appreciate it when you compliment them, no matter what you may think, or maybe you are in a hurry of closing the deal. Always compliment your followers. Always compliment the person you are trying to talk to before you share anything that you think it's important for them to know, because when you compliment them, you get their guard down. They are able to put their guard down. They're able to pay attention to what you are saying because they feel secure. They feel they can trust you. They feel appreciated. That's how you get to have their attention. You share the value that you want them to hear from you. You share the opportunity of what you want them to hear, of the business that you are doing, and how it's benefiting you. After sharing all of that to that person, because you already have their attention, then you ask them, a question, you ask them a question about what you have shared, or if they are interested in hearing more, which is very important, because when engaging with other people, you also need to give them a chance to talk, because they have been listening to you. They just need them also to be heard. People appreciate it when they are heard, when they listen to, when someone listens to their story. They feel like they can trust you. They feel like this person can do so much for me. I have an example here. I love how consistent you are, which is a compliment. And people appreciate it when you compliment them. After the compliment, I'm building an online business and I thought of you. That's where you share the value without just coming to say that I am doing forever. Don't you want to know more? And you also ask the question, will you be able to seeing how it works? Will you be open, sorry, will you be you just make them appreciate that you're giving them the chance to say no if they want to say no, or you giving them a chance to say no. You can tell me more, yes, you can tell me more about the business without them feeling pressured, because you don't want to make the people feel pressured to listening to you. They don't pay attention. Then they don't have any interest of what you're saying. They need to also feel like they are important, like they are the only person you are talking to. They are the only person you are engaging to at that moment. They don't need to feel that you are in a rush to present or to talk to 10 other people. They need to feel that they are the only person you are talking to. They also need to feel appreciated so they can give you an honest answer, and also be able, because you need to also open the door for them when they come. Even if they say no today, when they come back in 2 months time, in 6 months time, they also feel that I can go to that person because they do listen to me. They do also appreciate what I have to say. You're keeping the relationship open, you're keeping the door open for any time they need to talk to you about the business, or maybe they feel they need a product at that moment. You are open for them to come back to you without feeling like, oh, this person is only looking for a business from me. They don't need anything, which is very important also when engaging with other people on social media. What do we do on social media? These are the don'ts, which are very important also when you are in social media. We don't post the links when you're having a session, or you have a Zoom session, a WhatsApp session, or any online session that you want to invite people. You don't post your link on social media for people to click on that link. The right people who want to join will ask for a link to join your Zoom meeting, or a link to join your WhatsApp session. Without you posting it to everyone, then you're gonna have the wrong people joining the meeting, which they might be disturbing, which they are not interested, or they have other ideas. So to have the right people on the meeting, you need to be posting, just telling them that I have an online session. If you're interested, let me know, then I can send you the link personally, without posting links to everyone. And not everyone is as interested in network marketing as you are. Not everyone is as upcoming or as open to knowing more about in network marketing as other people. So that's what we need to keep in mind. We don't post links on our status. We don't post links on our Facebook pages. We don't post it on our on our Instagram, even on TikTok. We post the links, we send the links personally to people who are asking for it, who said, I am willing to attend this session. I want to know more. Please do share the link with me. And we never beg people to join. When someone gives you the runaround, when someone asks you more questions than they should, when someone is talking more about the business, asking more questions about the business or about the products, but never get to a point where they want to buy, where you're going to make a sale or they want to join. Just tell them when they are ready to join, when they are ready for the product, you are always ready. You'll be ready for them when they're ready to order, and help them when they're ready to join the business. You are ready for them to show them how to also register in the business without having to beg people, asking them, when are you going to join? Are you going to join today? Because most people, they do ask questions. They can ask you questions every day for a month about the business, but they never join. So don't make them feel like you are desperate for to sign them. Just be casual with them and keep the conversation open for when they are serious to come back. They know that they can come back to you. And never argue with other people on comments. When you feel the conversation is going on a different route than what you are hoping for, than what you are looking for, just live in a peaceful manner without when living in a peaceful living the comment section in a peaceful manner is not when you're trying to prove a point and want to say the last word. You're just living in a peaceful sentence saying, no, thank you, it wasn't my plan, it wasn't what I meant to say. You're trying to apologize very peacefully without saying anything that will make another person feel like you're fighting with them. You're putting yourself down just for the peace sake. Don't disappear after posting. As I have said, when you have posted something on your social media and someone comments on it, or they ask you something about your post, then make sure that you are synced in with your Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. So when a comment comes in, you are able to see it, so you can go to it straight away. People really appreciate when you respond fast. It shows how committed you are. It shows how professional you are, which is also very important when you are doing your business in social media. What do we do in social media? As I have said before, in social media, we're not perfect. No one is perfect when you are sharing your life in social media. No one is perfect. We share what we can, and we share what we are doing. We share our real life. We share our experiences. We can share what we are going through, but we don't overshare. Oversharing is when you're sharing very personal things which are not supposed to be shared on social media. We can share on we share behind the scenes. We share when someone in your team is winning, when someone in your team has achieved something. You also share to make people realize that your team is growing. It's not just you in your team. You have other people in your team that are doing great. You also share questions and answers. When people ask questions, you also get to ask the questions, which makes it great for engagement, to interact with other people. You can add stickers. You can also add polls to boost engagement. Polls help when people don't like to write or comment on anything. They just click on the poll, on the selection that I made. And it's also a great way for you to interact with other people and get what people are thinking at that moment. Consistently, consistent, sorry, consistency plan, which is more important than perfection, as I've said before. No one is perfect on social media. We are all doing our own thing. We might be all selling it forever, but I am me, and the next person is doing their own thing. They have their story. I have my story, which different people are going to connect with that story. I'm not trying to be anyone else, and you're not trying to be anyone else. Be you, and you're gonna connect with the right people for you. To be consistent on social media is when every day you post or update stories, which is very important to update your stories on your Facebook, your TikTok, and your Instagram. The social media platform that you have found to be comfortable with, you make sure that in at least every 30 minutes you check your story, and if it needs updating, you update it. What I have learned recently is engaging with 5 to 10 people daily. I have a list of what I do. I have it's a list of what I do, a daily plan of how I do my what I do in the morning when I wake up for my business. One thing that I have on that plan is to send 5 to 10 people messages daily on their DMs. So every day I look for those people who I select them by looking for the people who liked my post, or those who commented on my post, or those who liked my stories. I go to them, I click on their profile, I check their profile, and then I send them messages to also just to show them and engage with them on social media on how I'm doing the business. I have an example here which I didn't put on the slide. I'm really sorry about that. I'm just gonna read it to you. It says here, "Hi sis, I'm connecting with a few people, a few focused women this year who are serious about better health and extra income streams. Would you be able to? Would you be open? Would you be open to me sharing some details with you?" That's one of the messages I send to my 5 to 10 people every day in the morning, and just wait for their reply. Sometimes they do reply, sometimes they don't reply, but those who reply, I then connect with them. I share, if they're looking for a product, I also give them the opportunity to let me know which product they are looking for. If they are looking for the business opportunity, I also share with them the business opportunity. So it has been working for me since I have started doing it. I make sure that I do send these messages to those people and wait for a reply. Sometimes it comes the same day, sometimes in a week, sometimes in a month. So you just have to be patient. And the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and the more you know how to reply on that messages, because that's how you grow. Sometimes you never know how to reply when someone says this, but you just grow and learn more about it. Every week we make sure that you post at least 4 to 7 posts on your page. That's how people get to interact with you and get to see that your business, you're still doing it on social media. And what's also very important, follow up with your contacts. You need to learn to follow up with your contacts to as I am sending these messages, on my DMs, I'm also writing them down. So I have a list of people who have replied and what they have said when they replied and when I can get back to them, which makes my follow-ups even easier when I go back to them. I know what they said, I know who to go back to, rather than go back to someone who never replied or was not interested or told me something else, and I go and talk to them about something else also. So when someone says, no, I'm looking for a skincare product, I write it down, and the date when they say they need a skincare, I also write it down. When someone say they're interested, maybe I should give them a call or maybe add them on WhatsApp for a presentation. I also note that down, so I need to write it down for me to make it easier for me when I'm doing my follow-ups with those people. I don't just send messages and then not note them or not do anything. I have to write them down so I can be able to remember who I sent the messages to and what did they say. Whatever we do in network marketing, it's very important to make sure that it's duplicatable. It's very important to make sure that your team can also follow on your footstep. You don't have to make it something that other people cannot follow or other people cannot imagine doing. Make it easy, keep it simple, make sure that whatever you share with your in your page or with the people on your DM, they also learn to do it because they see you do it, not doing something that it seems impossible for them to do it. I'm sure throughout this training in all of the slides, you have seen how what I have been doing, it's not too difficult for someone to try it. It just need the right mindset for people to try it, for people to say, no, I'm gonna be trying this, I'm gonna be doing it for myself, going to be doing it for my team. You just need to tell yourself that this is what I want to do. And when you're doing it, make sure that you share it with other people so they also learn how to do it. They also duplicate. We are using scripts as guides, not robots. That's when you're not doing something that it's not doable for by other people. When sharing what makes you grow, you have to make it easier for other people to learn how to do it and make it seem like if she can do it, then I can do it. As for me, I wasn't good in DMs, but I have learned from what I from doing this business. I have learned that I can do it well because other people are doing it, and it's not that difficult. You just write a message and push send. That's all. There's no magic, there's nothing difficult about that. And teach by example. Don't just say to people, send DMs to your people on Facebook, but you never do it for yourself. Don't just say post 4 to 7 posts in your page every week, but you never do it for yourself. They also need to see you doing what you say they want them to do, and lead with results and consistency. What I am teaching you, it's something that I see works for me. That's why I'm able to share with other people, because I can't be sharing something that's not working for me. When I see it's working for me, I am confident to be able to share with everyone else so that they can also try and make it work for themselves. The steps that I will suggest that you take from today, I will suggest that you learn from what you have seen on the slides, what you have seen on this training. start by cleaning up your profile, which is very important because that's the first thing that it's your face that it's on social media. Your face is your profile. The first thing that people notice when they go to your page is a profile, which you need to learn. Never put a product on your profile picture because people need to see who they are talking to. People need to see a happy face, a smiley face, and someone who I can talk to, I can approach you. Because if you are looking sad or looking ugly on your picture, you are not approachable for most people to come to your profile and also go to your DM and talk to you about if they need a product or they need something. So make your profile approachable, make it clean for everyone to, when they come into it, they also appreciate and feel like it feels welcoming for them to approach you. Choose one platform, as I have said before, choose one platform that works for you and master it before doing the other platforms, the TikToks. Or if you feel like Facebook works for you better than Instagram, work on Facebook and slowly work on Instagram until you also master it. Because when you're trying to learn one platform and then you add another platform, it then causes some confusion to you. So try to master one platform. As soon as you are great in that and you feel very comfortable and you feel it's working for you, then you can do something else. You can try to add Instagram, you can try to add TikTok without putting pressure on yourself, because what we're trying to do is for you to be able to connect with other people and for people to connect with you. People can connect with you when you're also not comfortable in that social media platform. So you need to be comfortable with it. You need to be able to work with it and know how it goes before adding another one. When you are not comfortable with that platform, try another one until you find the one that works for you and your business, and master it and have customers there and have regular people who are interacting with you on your social media pages. And also plan 7 days of content. I have learned that my Sundays afternoon are when I plan my 7 days of content. For me, the platform that works for me at the moment is Facebook. And Facebook, I have noticed that it gives you the chance to put in posts, and also when you want to post something, you can also schedule that post for another day, another time. And I have been doing that a lot for my content. You can sit down on a Sunday afternoon when you're relaxed and put your post, your content the way you want them. You write and everything. If you want to put a picture, you also put a picture, and then it gives you a choice for you when you want that post to be you want that content to be posted on a Wednesday at 2 o'clock. You choose the day and the time the post that post you want it to be active on social media, which is also great for someone who is busy or someone who is trying to fit in their schedule busy schedule. So I have learned that it works great when you are planning your post and you are planning you can plan it for even 10 days, just the time you selected for that post to be active, it goes online and you just notice the likes or the comments coming in, and you know that the post is now active. You can try that. And when planning your post, you know which one you want to post. When you plan, you know why you are posting, you know what you're posting, and you also know that I'm trying to achieve this by using this post. You don't post under pressure. It gives you the time for you to think about what you're posting. And also start engaging intentionally. Almost say internationally. Intentionally. Engaging intentionally is when you know why you are engaging with these people. You know why you are engaging in that post, that content. You know why you are you are posting this content for your business. Don't just post anything because now it's trending. Don't post anything because now you see other people posting it. Your business is your social media is your business platform for you, for everyone else to know what's going on with you, what's going on with the business. So be intentional in everything you do on your social media. And being intentional is when you think before posting that thing, and you try to understand why are you posting it. You try to have a great reason. Why am I posting E-Artix at this moment? Why am I posting me in a restaurant, sitting in a restaurant? Because you need to be intentional for people to be able to connect with you, for your page to be clean, not just to be everywhere. You have to know why you are, what you're trying to share, the message that you're trying to get out there before you get the you attract the wrong people that you don't want on your business. And my final encouragement end as I end this social media training, this social media that I'm training, I'm trying to share with other people that works for me. The points that I've been sharing is what works for me. Social media can change income and confidence. This is what I have learned. I wasn't too confident when I was starting in my social media. Uh, I didn't feel like I have anything to share. I didn't feel like I have something valuable that other people would be interested in. And it also changed my income, because the more people see how consistent you are, the more you get to have customers, the more you get to have people who say, I like what I see and I'm also interested. That's how social media has changed for me. I have noticed that it has changed my my confidence drastically. I didn't think I had anything valuable, or yeah, I'll say valuable, or anything good to share, or anything interesting to share. But if you use it with purpose, like I have learned to use it, you notice that it's helping your personal growth, and it's also helping your income, your pocket nyana. So it all depends on how you use it. I'm gonna say it again. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Meaning, I didn't think I was perfect for social media. I didn't think I was perfect to have a business page on Facebook, but it seems like it's working for me, because I am now not trying to be someone else, not trying to copy another person post. Doing what works for me. I'm doing what I can also feel comfortable in, because some things you post, and when you go back to that to your page in maybe a few weeks or a few months, and you feel they are not comfortable of the way you put yourself out there at that moment. So you just need to be comfortable with who you are. You need to be comfortable with what you are sharing. on social media about your business, as it is your marketing strategy. Whatever you do is how you market yourself. So I'm gonna say it again, people don't just join E forever, they join you. If they join you forever, it will be easy, anyone will be joining everywhere. People are looking for the right people to join, other people are looking for the people they can connect with. So you need to be able to connect with the right person for you, because if you pretend to be someone else and that person joins under you and you get to work together, they, after signing under you, they understand that this person is not the person I thought that they are, because now your true colors come out. The person you were pretending to be in social media is not the person that you are when you are working with that person. So it makes the working relationship uh, fall apart, because you are not what they wanted. You falsely represented yourself, and now they feel it, and they feel the energy is not the energy they were looking for. So try to always be who you are and always be true to yourself and be comfortable with yourself. When you're not feeling comfortable or you're not feeling motivated, try to be, how am I going to put it? Try to also motivate yourself through your content, because it's your business. You're the one who's doing the marketing. You're the one who's doing the packaging. You're the one who's doing the motivation for your business. So you're the one who's looking for your business to be successful. So if you are not feeling motivated, no one else is going to motivate you, which is a very hard truth, because no one cares about your business like you do. You just need to learn to motivate yourself and remember your why, because it's gonna be the one that pushes you, even though you don't feel like posting, even though you don't feel like commenting, or you don't feel like answering any questions, or you don't feel like DMing, but because you have a goal that you need to reach, you're gonna DM, even though you're not going to do it in the morning, but even at 12 o'clock at night before you sleep, you're going to make sure that you have done it for the day, because you need to do it. You have to do it for your business. You have to do it for your income, which is very important. Without sending those DMs, your income still doesn't get through. So you need to send DMs, you need to follow up, you need to also be engaging on social media for you to get the income that you're looking for. Thank you so much, everyone. I really went over. Thank you so much for this is the end of our session. I am thankful. I hope you have found value. I hope you have found value on what you have had today, because I am sharing what works for me, what I'm doing, and what I have tried doing, and I see it is working for me. I really hope you have found value. Thank you so much again. I think this is all. If maybe there are any questions, if I don't know, if maybe you have any questions, I can answer them, or I see there are no questions. I think I'm gonna end the session now. Thank you so much, leaders, for your time.